Hey everybody, how are you doing today? Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. I hope you guys are enjoying your day today. Well, just wanted to come and talk to you all for a little while and bring you up to par on some things that's going on out here in the news and reality TV world, because that's one of the things I like. So let's get all the way into it real quick. What do you guys think about Pastor Jamal Bryant apologizing to Kevin Samuel's family a few days ago? Do you think he really needed to give an apology? Are y'all familiar with what happened? Well, just in case you are not, let me bring you up to speed on things. Um, Pastor Bryant was giving a sermon, and he had said some things about Kevin Samuels. Everybody said something about Kevin Samuel. I have been wanting to say some things about Kevin Samuel. Rest in peace, before he passed, and people are still talking about Kevin Samuels because he was so controversial in his messages and things like that when he was living. So people gonna talk about him. I don't know why people are taking such offense. I assume it's because he's passed and they feel like let the man rest, right? But a lot of people don't feel that way. A lot of people feel like, you can't expect people to say positive things about you when you were a negative person. It just kind of is what it is. I mean, and people are entitled to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? It's like you cannot expect people to be up positive about you when your legacy, even though you passed away. We have to respect the family, of course, but you can't expect people to be just so positive about you when while you were living, you were not a nice guy. He was not, to a lot of people. Now, if you ask a lot of men, and you ask some women, they're going to say, he just spoke his truth, right? But a lot of people don't feel that way about Kevin Samuels. My friend and I are actually going to do a show on it because I don't understand why people are so appalled that people have negative things. They were all over Vivica Fox because she had something to say about Kevin Samuel. And I don't know what somebody asked what happened. What do you mean what happened? Oh, what happened? Well, getting back to that, when Pastor Bryant was in church, he had made a comment. He was talking about some of the things where Kevin Samuels had said, we're talking about women and about how they don't deserve a certain quality of man and that kind of thing. And, he was saying that basically no one could tell you what type of man that you deserve and that you shouldn't have to lower your expectations, right? So he made a statement on Mother's Day to women, basically kind of reinforcing, hey, love yourself. Don't let anyone say anything negative about and telling you what type of man that you need to go for. You set your standards high. You don't have to lower your standards. So, he made remarks in his Mother's Day sermon, and a lot of people took to social media. They felt that because he had passed, that you know Pastor Bryant should not have said anything because the man is now deceased. And anytime you go and you look up anything about Kevin Samuels, that's what people are harping on. The man is deceased. Let him rest in peace, that kind of thing. But you got to give people time because like I said, he wasn't a positive person to a lot of people. Some people he was, some people he was not. So you got to give people an opportunity to kind of digest this, and it'll pass. You know what I'm saying? But if you talk to men and you talk to women, two totally different sides of the spectrum. You may find some women that feel like he was on point, but then you find some that feel that he was very rude and wasn't a nice person. So people are going to talk about him. So I don't know if really Pastor Bryant, he gave an apology to his family, of course, and stated that, but maybe he shouldn't have said those things about him. But I don't know. I feel like he stated what he felt and his truth. And I don't feel like women should lower their standards. I feel like whatever you think that you want from a relationship and out of your partner, you need to stick to it. No one can tell you and should advise you to just be realistic. You can only get this type of person. No one knows that. You know what I'm saying? You go for whatever you know, and when the cards fall, they fall, and you decide if you want to accept it or not. So I don't know. I never agreed with Kevin Samuels and his little rhetoric, but I respect Pastor Bryant for saying those things. He didn't really have to. Also, just to kind of move forward, his I want to say one other thing about that. They were talking about a GoFundMe type thing. The family was trying to raise money for his burial and all of that. Well, that wasn't true. The family went to TMZ and they were like, "We're not trying to raise no money for nothing. They've already put him to rest." And that was that. And they were not accepting any money. So that was another big thing people were talking about why they have to raise some money for him. He should have money. He was a wealthy man, that kind of thing. No one really knows what position a person is in just because they're on social media or on TV portraying this type of thing. A lot of it is fictitious. Some people have money, but they may not have as much money as they are portraying. So, but anyway, the GoFundMe idea went down the drain. People were trying to raise money. His family, Kevin family was like, "No, we're not trying to do that, and we're not accepting anything." So moving right along, Tabitha Brown. I don't know if you guys know who she is. She is a lady that's on the internet. She's on YouTube and that all these things. Well, guess what? She is launching a brand in Target. She's gonna have clothes. She's gonna have all types of clothes, swimwear. She's gonna have electronics, kitchen accessories. She's gonna have houseware goods, a whole lot of things. She's a African American lady. And I'm so proud of her. The afro, she's real confident. She does her meals and she worked really, really hard. She's written a book. She's an author. So definitely take a look at her things because I'm very proud of her. Anytime any woman, African American or anyone, kind of launches something, but especially African American, I am so proud of her. So way to go, Tabitha. Keep up the good work. Also, what do y'all think about the New York mass shooting? I mean, wasn't it terrible? I personally feel that I don't know why someone 18 years old, they were saying that like a year before then, when he was in high school, there was some sort of mental breakdown with him, and they put him in a mental institution. The young man that actually went and shot up that store, Tops supermarket. It was a store that's located in a mainly predominantly African American neighborhood, right? And he went in and he shot and he killed 10 people. 10 people, excuse me, that just went shopping. Now, how can someone just harbor so much hatred for a race of people? You don't even really and haven't really gotten an opportunity to know them, I'm sure. And a lot of that stuff, children, when they're born, they don't know black, white, green, or purple. We teach them those things. So it's unfortunate that he will go in and shoot these innocent people that were just shopping. I don't understand why people have so much hatred. I'm telling you, I feel like it's going to be difficult to get all guns off the street. But when I tell you that I feel like the gun manufacturers, they need to start there and put some restrictions whenever someone says that. Oh, they go in just a frenzy because they don't want any sort of restrictions on guns and buying guns. But I don't care if people who are legal or illegal are getting those guns. It's a lot of guns on the street. And they need to do something at the manufacturing end about those guns because it's just a lot of people are not using them wisely. Now, this guy was 18 years old and he went into the supermarket. He shot elderly people. I think it was a younger person. He was like in his 30s. He killed the security officer, which he was actually a retired police officer. And they said he made contact with him as far as he shot him, but because he had on all this armor, I'm sorry, he was not impacted. So he was shooting him and it didn't even matter. Well, he ended up killing him, of course. And it's really sad. That man was on the police force and retired. And then he gets shot and killed being a security officer, earning extra money in a grocery store. And now these people have to bury their family members because some white supremacists want to feel like he can do it. He can go out and he want to take as many black people with him as he could. It was also said that if he had gotten away from the supermarket, he had plans to go down the street shooting more black people just because they're black. Could have been kids. It didn't matter to him. He was gonna kill as many black people as possible. Just stupid crazy. So you know what? I really think when they put these people in jail, they first of all need to change the prison system too. That's another thing. Because if they make prisons like they used to back in the day, putting balls on people's ankles, make them hate the place, make it more of a deterrent instead of like a vacation away from reality, they would stop taking their little trifling butts to jail and doing stuff that's gonna get them some real time. Because when they go to jail, they be stepping out, they be having Tims on, they be having Air Forces, they be taking pictures, doing it up. You be like, are they in jail or are they on vacation? You know, now I can see people who are in there for self-defense or in there for, you know, for the wrong reasons. But if you actually kill someone or hurt someone, molested someone, or did something, those type crimes, they need to separate the prison. Put those fools in a prison where they're gonna sit and they're gonna really earn their time. Make them start back making license plates like they used to back in the day. You know what I'm saying? All this chilling all day, lifting weights, playing cards, gambling and stuff in the jails. They need to start there. If they start making jails a place where those people will not want to be, instead of making it a place where those people are on vacation, then they may have a deterrent. But other than that, they don't care about doing the time. Now, this guy that went and shot up that supermarket, obviously he could care less. So he'll be one of the ones over there with the chain on his ankle. He's not crazy. He gonna play crazy. He gonna play crazy. But if you drove over 200 miles to go all the way to this neighborhood, and I think the night manager said the day before, I guess he was contemplating doing it. She made him leave the store because he was in the store harassing people, right? So if you could go in a store and shoot up all these people, you need to have your little trifling stuff in another part of the jail. You should not be in the jail with people who haven't done heinous things. They need to change the prison system and they need to make it all this inhumane, all this craziness. No, if you kill someone, you need to be in a real prison. Put the ball around the ankle, put the black and white stripes on you, forget the Timbs and being dressed up and posing for the camera. No, 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 no. All the social media connection. No, 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 no. If you're in jail, you done killed somebody like this man went and killed those 10 people and did that mass shooting at that grocery store, that supermarket, neighborhood supermarket. You knew what you were doing. Don't be trying to play crazy. He need to go to a real jail. All that mental stuff and putting him in a mental hospital, having it easy in prison. He need to sit in there and he need to pay the time, and he need, while he doing the time, he need to be working, making license plate, cleaning, making it like jail, not like he on vacation. Ugh, I can't stand. I can't stand. I talk about that all day. Anyway, next, moving on, moving on, moving on. How is your Wednesday going? I'm having a great Wednesday. The weather is nice outside. I just love it in Atlanta when it's nice and quiet, and I feel like I can think and just kind of be one with myself sometimes. We all need to do that. But moving along. Do y'all know that show, Chrisley? I think it's Chrisley Knows Best. It's about Todd and Julie Chrisley. Todd is the real estate agent. He was like a tycoon, real estate tycoon, right? And it was him and his wife, his family, all of them. It was a reality. I don't think it may still be on, as a matter of fact, because I think I saw it not too long ago. But it's a reality TV show, right? And him and his wife, they show him getting irritated, going off on the family and all that kind of stuff. Well, child, how about him and his wife are they're on federal trial right now. Now, he was really successful, right? And this big time real estate guy. Well, come to find out, his wife and him stole, and this is alleged, over $30 million in dollars. Now, how can you steal $30 million from a bank and nobody catch it until you reach 30 million or more? That's crazy. You know, we wouldn't have got away with that now. They've been looking real crazy. But come to find out, probably part of the reason they didn't catch him is because they are allegedly they were submitting, they had fake credit information, they had fake bank statements, honey. They was getting all these loans and money and stuff like that. And living the life, honey, Beverly Hills, California, wherever they lived out there, doing it up. But child, all that was fake. They was getting all this money from the banks and people showboating, being at all the award shows, honey. How you do that? How you do that? I be scared. I be scared. I be scared. But well, they're on trial right now. Bank fraud. The wife was in California trying to rent out this place, right? This house. They trying to get another house to rent, right? Now, instead of her using, I guess, her own bank account and stuff like that, she submitted again fake documents. I don't know how it got tripped up and how it was determined that it finally things were going away, but they was evading taxes, honey. They would just had their whole little scheme thing going on. But she was trying to rent this house up in Cali, right? Well, they found out that she submitted fake bank statements and fake credit report. Wasn't even her credit report, honey. But they got the house, right? I got the house. They was living in there a little while. How about these fools? Allegedly, gotta say that, honey. Don't want nobody coming to see me. But how about they did not pay the rent? Now, you get away with that in the hood a little while. But in the hood, they gonna get with you too. But you go to California where these people probably have money too and rent their property. It was probably a big house too, honey. It wasn't no little matchbox, I'm sure. But they never paid the rent. So I don't know what stemmed somebody or turned on. Hey Nika, how you doing? I don't know what kind of triggered them realizing that Todd and his wife Julie were submitting fake tax documents. Well, actually, they were evading taxes. They were submitting fake bank statements and they were submitting fake credit reports. But whatever happened, it came out and now they're on trial. $30 million. Where can you get away with $30 million? What I don't understand is how people think they can submit fake statements and fake credit reports and that stuff don't eventually catch up with you. It's going to catch up with you. It's going to catch up with you. You cannot go around here submitting fake documents. You can't do it. You just can't do it. Eventually, it's going to catch up with you. You can't play with the IRS. They going to definitely catch you. So, I don't know. They were evading taxes, stealing money. I wish them the best, but they gonna have to deal with it. But yeah, they stole a lot of money, and it was I'm assuming happening for a period of time. So I don't know, Todd. The Christy Love knows best. All that they gonna probably be cutting that short if it's not cutting. I know I've seen it recently, so it may be reruns, but they gonna probably be doing some time. I'm sure if they found guilty, they're gonna be doing time. Y'all, whoever out there using them fake credit reports, having people fix your credit, fake credit reports, submit. Y'all don't get on that bandwagon because it starts out good, but eventually that stuff comes tumbling down. You cannot scheme the government indefinitely forever. You just can't do it. So I would like to say I wish them well, but I don't know. Good luck. Also, I wanted to ask you all, do y'all remember that athlete, what was her name? Shakari Richardson. She was the African American girl that was fast. She was real fast. And she was actually she was a sprinter and she had reached the national spotlight because she ran a personal best time of 10.72 seconds in the 100-meter. But just before the Olympics, she had tested positive for cannabis, right? So she could not go to the Olympics. Y'all remember that not too long ago. Pretty girl with the hair, a young girl. Well, she also excuse me. I thought my phone was on do not disturb. It is on do not disturb. I don't know how that call came through. With all right, I don't know. I guess my stream kind of stopped. But yeah, she's the young lady with the long nails. Very pretty, pretty, pretty. Cream. But anyway, yeah, so she admitted that she was in an abusive relationship with another Jamaican athlete. She didn't name who the athlete was, but she had went live to her IG. She actually had posted that she doesn't understand how someone could um, be with you for such a long time and then leave as if they don't care, and just kind of like go on about the business. Now she said it was, and it was really sad. She's been through a lot, and she's a very talented girl. She's actually, I think, trying to get herself back on track. She did get rebranded by some of the brands that she was dealing with before, and also she's resuming her career, in track. So I pray that things kind of go well and get on the right track for her, because she kind of got derailed with the cannabis thing, and I don't really understand, because so many people, I think it was legal wherever she was, but they didn't give her any exceptions. So I pray that she kind of get back on the right track. How about the medical assistant that I don't know if they found her, but they were looking for, that were trying to smuggle, she was trying to smuggle contraband into the Fulton County Jail. Did y'all hear about her crazy self? Did y'all hear about her crazy self? Well, what I don't understand, first of all, you going to work, first of all, right? That's what I'm saying. People be saying we don't have you doing crazy things. We have people doing crazy things. I'm so glad I uh, never. But I don't understand. Some people smoke it all the time and they be fine, but some people smoke weed and they just cray cray. So why you work at the jail, and why you go to work, and everybody know marijuana, Mary J, whatever you want to call it, it has a strong odor, right? So this girl was a medical assistant. She was contracted with the jail, Fulton County Jail. She go to work and smelling like weed. Now, why you gonna smoke weed and then don't shower, don't make yourself fresh and get yourself together, and you work at the jail on top of it? She goes to work, and the deputy, I guess it's normal protocol for them to kind of like search their things and scan them or whatnot. And he was like, he's smelling weed. And she admitted, like, okay, I smoked before I walked in the door. I smoke. Yeah, I smoke. And he looking at her like, are you stupid? I'm sure. But anyway, she was like, I need to run back to my car. I need to run back to my car before he could start scanning her stuff. Well, child, she took off running. When her crazy self took off running, she left her purse and everything. Honey, they found 192 grams of Mary J. Okay. They found 20 grams of what they suspect to be crack cocaine. They found 200 cigarettes, and they found loose tobacco. Child, and she trying to sneak all this in the Fulton County Jail. Where they do that at? I'm telling people, they better leave Mary J alone. Mary J is serious. And these days, all that synthetic marijuana and stuff these young kids getting into, They better leave it alone because I'm telling you, marijuana. Some people smoke. I don't have no problem. People do what they want to do, especially if you are an adult. Now, if you're not an adult, you really need to get yourself together. But if you're an adult, you do your thing, do your thing. But what you don't do is work for the Fulton County Jail and go to work smelling like a weed. Okay. So I don't know if they found her, but the last time I heard, they were looking for her behind. And you stupid and you crazy. And why would you go to jail smelling like weed? They say weed don't mess with your brain cells and stuff. I say it does. I always tell these young kids when I'm gonna do a show about this too, because I don't understand what the attraction is weed, but that's probably I never smoked, so hey. But what I'm telling you, I tell them all the time they tell me we grow out the ground. You know, it's a plant. I always tell them go smoke on that tree and see if you get high. No, it's not just a plant that grows out of the ground. It's something people have manipulated. Okay, but to each his own. You weed smoke weed, you smoke weed. But I'm telling you, weed do mess with people's brain cells and stuff. Because why you go to work and work for the jail system and smell like weed and have all these drugs in your purse, trying to sneak them in, and first of all, you smelling like weed, and that's gonna be the first thing that they notice. Okay, I smell weed. You gonna make them check you, child. I don't know if they caught this girl or not, but she tripping. She was really tripping. Moving right along. Miss Juicy Baby. Y'all know about Miss Juicy Baby. Everybody know Miss Juicy, right? At least if you're from the A, you know Miss Juicy. I know of Miss Juicy, should I say. Well, Miss Juicy, you know, you guys, unfortunately, she had a stroke. She was in a coma for a while. Thank God she pulled it. She's getting better. Her people are saying that she's getting better. Keep her in prayer, everybody. But she had a stroke, but she says she coming back, and I'm praying she coming back. I like Miss Juicy because I used to watch the Little Women of Atlanta. It's really a good, funny little show. They do the same things the average women do. You know what I'm saying? They just happen to be little people. But anyway, Miss Juicy is one of the main people on the show, and praying that she bounced back. Yes, Shanika, me too. I'm praying that she comes back because I love Miss Juicy Baby. She was funny and she was good at what she does. But her family is trying to raise a GoFund. Oh, Shanika said that's her show. Mine too, Nika. And well, her family was trying to raise money. I think they were trying to raise like 25,000 or something like that for you know, medical expenses. You're in the hospital. I don't care if you're rich or not. If you're in the hospital and you there long enough, you can go broke. Well, you can be in a really bad place, and on top of that, you're not able to work because you had you know, you're in the hospital, whether it's a stroke or anything. If you anybody goes down for a period of time, it could turn your life upside down. I don't care how much of a savings you have. Well, I'm a member of their little group, the Little Women of Atlanta little community, because I just kind of check in and out and stay on top of things. And some of the fans were saying that they don't need to raise no money for no Miss Juicy. Miss Juicy got a whole lot of money. So I don't know why they trying to raise no money for no Miss Juicy. No. But I'm like, really? I understand. Like if everybody's a sick day away from life being turned upside down. I don't think it's anything wrong if you need it and you are a celebrity, and you know some people be faking, and you know a lot of people actually be faking it when they on these TV shows. You know that fake it till you make it thing? It happens a lot. Believe it or not, be a lot of people y'all be seeing on this reality TV and regular TV. Those people don't be balling out of control like you think, honey. So anyway, not saying that Miss Juicy Baby wasn't, but you know, her family's trying to raise somebody GoFundMe. They're trying to raise, I think, about 25,000 to help with her medical bills. Hopefully, it's legit. Um, and to help her try to until she can bounce back. They say she's doing much better, so let's keep her in prayer. And if you could drop her a few coins, you know, go for it. Drop her a few coins because I'm sure she could use it just like any of us can use it. Any event, things go a little left for us. Have y'all heard? All right. Have y'all heard about Keyshia Cole and Antonio Brown? He's a football player, right? I know y'all heard that they broke up. Y'all had to hear they broke up because it's been all on YouTube. I guess I'm on YouTube a lot because that's kind of what I'm doing now, and I be into what's going on and stuff. But he broke up with her. I don't know how long they were together or whatnot, but he was real dirty. saying a whole lot of things I don't feel like were appropriate. Shanika seen it. And she went live on Monday, I guess. And did y'all hear, any of you guys hear her interview? She was on one of the podcasts and she was talking about, her relationship, and had been losing a lot, right? A lot. With her loss of her mother, and just, Keyshia has always been a little, unstable a little bit, to me, in my opinion. She's a pretty girl, but she has such unstable family dynamics. I understand. I understand her positioning well. She was kind of talking. I would say she wasn't real clear. She was more or less kind of rambling a little bit, saying how she was devastated. Well, I think she got allegedly a tattoo with his initials on her back, and like a couple days later is when he broke up with her. Now, first of all, everybody I talked to about him, mentioned this situation to him, they say that he's a dog. He's a dog. And how about when he was on the show, they were kind of they was kind of talking to him. Well, actually, I think he recorded himself. And he was saying that, Keyshia, nobody don't want you. Nobody don't want you. Why you gotta do all that? You a professional man. I mean, you take some people out the hood, but they still hood. But she like those kind of guys, from what I can see. She like a little rough, a little roughness, to each his own. I like nice guys, per myself. But a little edge is okay. But not to the point where you get those guys who are just rude and disrespectful. There's a difference in having a little edge about yourself. What I'm saying? Where you're not questioning, like, is he all the way left or right? Or is he, straight for women? So I understand a little edge, but when you get those guys, right, toxic. She should have never, at her caliber, she should never be with anyone like that. She's a pretty girl. She has so much going for herself. I pray that she get it together. I don't know about her support system, and I know what, rest in peace to her mom. She always showed how much respect she had for her mother. She loved her mother, Frankie. Frankie was cool. I hate that she's not here because she made good reality TV too. But I think a lot of the upbringing and things like that is part of her instability. But I'm praying for Keyshia, because when you be with a guy like Antonio Brown, anyone in that neighborhood, you need to get far away from him, because if a man start talking about, we don't want you, and he done spent time with you, and he knows um how much that you care for them, and then they put you out on display like that, knowing that she's a celebrity, that's dead wrong. Right, Shanika, I agree. She's a beautiful girl externally, but internally she has a lot of things she's suffering with. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I pray she gets some help, because I would like to see her in a good, healthy relationship for her and her children. Because I think she has 2 kids now. I know she had the one from the basketball player. I know his name. I just can't call his name. But anyway, I think she ended up with another child. But I'm just praying for her so she can get her stuff together, because it's really sad. But he was really chumping her off on the recording. And I was like, really? You going to record yourself talking about the girl? That's low budget. So I don't really know him, but I really don't have no respect for him or whatnot. Girls, ladies, we got to do better. If you're in a relationship with someone and he's not respecting you, and y'all don't have respect, leave it alone. Save yourself the heartache, because I'd rather cry and get over you now than to keep investing time. So if you love yourself, then you get with somebody, they should compliment you. They should not be a liability. So I'm telling you, if you with any man and they show any type of scenes, or you see anything that's showing this man is really not who he says he is, and he's not for you, save yourself the time and walk away. Keyshia, I wish you well. I wish you well. Finally, guys, ladies, you gotta watch Love and Marriage Huntsville this weekend. I think it's gonna be a really, really good show. I think Letitia is finally gonna call her husband to the mat. And y'all know I'm coming to talk to y'all about it. All the things that he's been doing, those 20 women's and them babies, his women's, I'm saying women's because his mother-in-law say women's, but we know it's women. I think a lot of that's getting ready to come out. So y'all tune in to Love and Marriage Huntsville this weekend, some of the other shows, and we're going to get back and we're going to chop it up in a few days. All right. Look, enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you all for tuning in. I love you all, and I will see you soon. Yes, Shanika, you got to binge, girl. You're slipping. You're slipping. I know you're a busy woman, but you're slipping. Sit down, have your little mimosa, and binge. All right. Love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Love you too.